The objective of this particular study is to evaluate the performance of the iVascular stent graft in a patient population consisting of claudicants, but also of patients suffering from critical limb ischemia, as long as it's limited to Rutherford 5 category, in any kind of complexity of iliac lesions. That means that we enroll TASC A to D lesions. We have a safety endpoint, which is typical. It's a 30 days safety endpoint, major adverse events related to the stent graft implantation at 30 days, of course, followed then over the course of the entire study conduct. And the primary effectiveness endpoint is primary patency at 1 year, which is then diagnosed either based on duplex ultrasound imaging or CT angiography. Both modalities are allowed. And this is because in some centers, duplex ultrasound is not the standard method for following patients with iliac artery disease. First of all, I expect to see that the device is safe, that it's easy to apply because it's a very flexible technology. So that's the acute outcome. And we know from past studies that stent grafts may improve outcomes, in particular in complex lesions. And that's the background why we have separated the enrollment into two groups. The one is 50% TASC A and B lesions, the other one is 50% of the study cohort will include TASC C and D lesions, in order to figure out whether there's a difference in performance between more complex and easy lesions. My first initial experience is that it's a device which is easy to apply. It's extremely flexible. It fits through a 6 French sheaths in a size up to 8 millimeter outer diameter. Only for the bigger sizes, 9 and 10 millimeters, we need a 7 French sheath. And with this easy application of the technology, it's a very suitable device for crossover access. And number two is you can implant the device very exactly. It's worth to mention that some of the covered balloon expandable stent grafts tend to foreshorten, and foreshortening with this device is very predictable. This has still to be determined. There is very limited data, at least comparative data, between traditional stent implantation, whether this is a balloon expandable or nitinol stent, compared to stent graft implantation. But it seems that stent grafts may play an important role in complex lesions, means long lesions, diffuse lesions, also lesions that are anatomically consisting of narrowings and also extensions, enlargements of the lesions. Both vessel morphologies can be treated with one single device. So that's what I expect to see as a potential beneficial feature of a stent graft. On the one hand, the flexibility of the device, and then it's the feature that you can upsize the stent graft. So for example, if you implant an 8 millimeter stent graft in a common iliac artery lesion, you can upsize the device up to 10 millimeter. And with the bigger sizes, with the 9 and 10 millimeter devices, it's even more. You can upsize these stent grafts by 3 to 4 millimeters. So you can even treat ectatic iliac lesions with this particular stent graft.